games, that title belt. I mean, what would you do if you won? Let's say right today's Saturday, right? Let's just say top 8 was today and not tomorrow, and you won the title belt. Do you wear it around the venue on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yes, free. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just had to make sure it's not even a question.
Absolutely.
Yeah, shout out to all the champions.
If it's not around my waist, it's definitely going to be on my shoulder.
Oh yeah, free.
Like,
Yeah,
free.
you just as long as you have it on display to let people know. Customized with the plates and everything, and we're getting ready for our next match. This is Syzoth.
Yep.
If you played online or if you've been around, you know the name. Very good player. He's going up against Berserker. Now, you know, DNF Duel's right around the corner. I don't know just where the comparisons come from, but anytime somebody just has a one-word name that's like a word and just not a tag, I tend to believe them. So if he's Berserker, I don't think he's going to respect wake-ups.
Nope.
I don't think he's going to respect frame traps. I think he's going to play MK11. And I don't really need to explain that, but y'all know what I mean by that. And we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong, but we're going to check him in game 1. So I don't know what to expect from characters. This is why we have this beautiful scene where you can see everything going on.
I do know that Syzoth, of course, is Cetrion, I believe,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken. One of, again, the more notable Cetrions, at least on the online section of the community for the last 3 years, I would say. Definitely one of the up-and-comers for sure. As well as Berserker. I know Berserker's from VL, but I'm not too sure if it's... okay, it might be Kung Lao.
You know, Berserker is playing Kung Lao. Makes sense. Makes sense.
You did mention it too. You called it too.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Anyway, enough of that. He's going to put his playlist on. And that's always a good topic of discussion too, right? Do you listen to the in-game music? Do you listen to your own? Or do you just listen to the ambiance of the tournament? Well, more on that in the next break. But for now, we're just going to get this button check going. Going to make sure all the specials are working. Got the jump. It's got the hat floating around. Of course, Cetrion's got to make sure teleport's good. And I'm just going to check the interactable, I guess. Run up the wall one more time. And there you go. That should be it.
Yeah, just checking.
Okay. All right, beautiful. Not the worst. A little extended. I don't see why we need to go all over the place, but it is what it is.
And it does look like these are going to be the characters they're going to be working with, so definitely makes sense to go back to the restart match and just pretty much let it rock.
Humility eludes you.
As if you are a humble peasant.
I know my place in the universe.
You know, Cetrion has the best gear in the game. She's so sick, but I hate her. Anyway, there's a dive kick to set things off on the punish, and it immediately follows up with the mid, right? We're keeping it solid. We want to make sure nobody's trying to duck anything. And Kung Lao is a very aggressive character, and when he gets going, man, he can steamroll you. A lot of it is just staggers and mix-ups, right? Because he doesn't have the best hit, but he does what he does pretty well.
That was a really good crushing blow, trying to use the Tornado to get the breakaway. And again, this is sort of the game plan of Cetrion, right? Using Tornado, using that stand 1, keeping the distance, zone out. A little bit harder to do so with Kung Lao because of the air game that Kung Lao has. But we do see, Syzoth actually able to go for the throw here.
Yeah, what makes it tough to deal with is just the Tornado. Anytime you get close, if Cetrion just doesn't want to engage, and just do 1-1 Tornado. That's going to be free chip, and you got to hold that every time. Back to down, you know, the options into Tornado. It's such a, it's better than, it's essentially a wall made out of wind, and there's a lot to deal with. Gets caught pressing the button, does not get the continuation of the combo. Luckily, though, one of Cetrion's, and dare I use this word, weaknesses, is the damage available to her, right? She doesn't necessarily do much. It's a bunch of hits over time, but that's not something you want to leave on the table.
Yeah, I do see the attempt on the rock wall to try to catch Kung Lao's hat, and then, of course, use that as a way to protect Syzoth from getting hit by the hat. Tries to get the down 4 check, but Berserker able to jump in and carry Cetrion to the corner. Oh, but of course the teleport able to keep Syzoth out. Still, really good check though there from Berserker.
Yeah, and actually went for the double hat summon, you know, which is going to cost all of his resources at the time, but it does make the follow-up combo relatively easy. And with that forward check, it was going to be curtains from that point. The meter, because he didn't lose it from a breakaway, is going to build back at a faster rate.
Yep.
So at the beginning of this match, essentially about 5 to 10 seconds in, he had all his resources. So very smart move. That's just Kung Lao loyalist things, or excuse me, just main. You kind of are aware, but right now it's a Cetrion show. Everything into Tornado, everything in the rock wall, chipping away. But that was a beautiful punish from that dive kick over the Hellfire.
Yep, and then we see that good throw tech. Again, Berserker just trying to keep Cetrion in this corner, using the hat to keep it plus, has no resources, so this is going to be a little bit difficult for Berserker to try to keep Syzoth here.
Well, that's a very good trade for Cetrion in that place. Fatal blow is enough to kill everybody, doesn't quite get the juggle. Looking for a mix-up opportunity, trying to get the auto shimmy with the 1-2-1, and realized that they're going to stay in and take the throw, right? It's a common approach in fighting games when you're about to die, and this time poking to it doesn't get the follow-up again.
Oh!
And one time too many, Saki. You cannot throw people in this game at low health. They are looking for it. Continue with the checks. Think about it here in between games. But Syzoth with the grown man duck and fatal blow punish.
A really good strong start there for Syzoth. That round was definitely back and forth, but like you mentioned as well, Syzoth just making the right read and really capitalizing on the fact that just Berserker trying to not take the throw-in away.
Look like he's challenging some staggers as well as he got hit by the follow-up of a string. And that was perfect. Beautiful cancel. Just enough recovery to get the dive kick on punish. Have a conversation. You know, the rocks on the blood is just disgusting.
Hellfire tries to do the closer one, I think probably expecting like a dive kick or something like that from Berserker. And we are trying to see Syzoth catch the air just a little bit, either with a trip guard on the rock boulder or actually go for the full rock in the air. And again, nice.
That natural barrier is so fast. Impossible to react to. You just have to kind of feel when it's coming and be prepared to possibly flawless block the amplified version. And that's if that, right? Because she can just not do it and keep her turn. There's just so many mind games at such a base level for Cetrion, and she has all the tools to get around the stage at any given time.
Okay. Using Rockwall again to probably trip guard. Oh, but nice counter here from Berserker.
Can't get the timing right. Has dropped the follow-up every single time. Possibly not adjusted.
That could be potentially it. That crushing blow, though, definitely hitting hard on Berserker. Oh my goodness, the ground pound actually, the second hit hitting Berserker. And we're seeing the air tornado come out.
All right, checking in with a dash block approach. Looking out for that natural barrier, but you got to deal with the ground pounds as well. Follow up, this could be close. I'm not sure what the scanning's going to do, but Cetrion does have 950 health. This would be close to 50%. Does Lau have that in the bag with both hats? I think he does. Wow, 500 plus.
That is a lot of damage. I'm in a way, I'm happy that that did not scale because Kung Lao's Fatal Blow has probably the worst scaling when it comes to getting those combos.
Good.
Does continue, gets the restand. Hellfire once again. Bringing out the rock boulder, still trying to read that air. Using stand 1 to check the dive kick recovery.
Oh, just so nervous. Can't float around the screen at whatever speed you want to. The threat of Cetrion's entire toolkit can check Lau everywhere. Here's the throw, keeping it short and simple, and now we just get chip damage at this point. Eventually he's gonna succumb. Yep, keeping it safe. Looking for the micro duck right there, but wait a minute, Saki. We've seen comebacks before. Could this be the start of something great?
Oh, no, that one is the start of something great right there.
Yeah, the jump attack just straight up whiffed. Unfortunate. We thought we were going to get a sequence. Obviously, strike throw mix-up is incoming there, but Lau also didn't have any offensive meter, so there was nothing he could extend or cancel into hat. So it was essentially curtains at that point. Anyway, block one string and then get the follow-up poke into special move. GG's.
Okay, nice down 3 check on Berserker's end, and that's going to lead into a corner carry. Not going to get it. Oh, but the down 2 crushing blow off a quick throw.
Does he continue up? Yeah, I mean, there's no... I think Lau should have kept going, because if you're going to break a combo when you've already taken 400 damage, it's never... Well, it's not usually worth it unless it's a life-or-death situation. So I would have liked Berserker to follow up on that, But again, still with the life lead. What he's doing is working thus far. We'll see how it finishes. Beautiful.
Nice. Very good whip punish there.
Don't touch me.
Syzoth trying to use the tornado to get something here. Using the amp tornado. Both have fatal blow, so it's one hit.
Oh my
right there.
goodness. Gets the whiff punish after the forward one. He's been challenging that move all the time, so it didn't matter that Berserker did the full string. He simply didn't have the lockdown or the distance for that situation. Beautiful reaction from Syzoth. Forgive me.
That was a really good round there from Syzoth. Good composure as well. As we mentioned, the fatal blow is just there. Once you hear that sound, it can be anybody's game, especially when both players are having access to it.
Okay. Ooh, don't touch me.
Using the interactable.
Ooh, rolls through, like the idea, but the stand block just kept him in range for that amplify. Couldn't get a punish from the Hellfire. No trade combo there. Instead, just going to keep the solidarity and going. Do something into a safe tornado, because you can flawless block some of the strings into it, but, you know, Lao players need their resources, so the chance that he's going to waste it on the up two there is just unlikely.
Nice. Jumping over the Hell's Wrath and actually going for the jump.
You won't throw him again?
Oh, oh,
You love to see it. That was so risky. But not only did they get the throw, they got the escape failed as well.
Yes.
It's a very smart and popular tactical move, throwing a higher level opponent out of the corner, because naturally you want to react because you don't want to stay in the corner. So not only does he start with the big combo, he gets rid of Cetrion's bar, then he has the back throw crushing blow on deck, loaded up.
forcing, one thing too that Berserker just did is forcing the breakaway. That's no meter for Syzoth to actually go for teleports, especially when Berserker's trying to walk Cetrion down here.
Yeah. So this is a classic, right? He's going to wait until he gets Cetrion down to like 30% to where the back throw is going to kill, and then look for it then. But in that space, he's giving up his other offense. Does have access to Fatal Blow. You heard that magical sound. There it is. Now with the Fatal Blow, doesn't matter. Put him in position. Syzoth doesn't have access. And the wake up buttons, not enough to kill unless...
Okay, Syzoth.
Yes!
Oh, right there!
So, the adaptation, you can see it in every round. Pokes, forward one, whatever the stagger, Syzoth sees everything as a stagger and constantly presses immediately to regain their turn. But when you have special moves that you can combo to from pokes and in jails, you're gonna die. And in the case of Lao, those combo after. So Syzoth really has to watch it, or else we have a reverse 3-0 in our hands.
Very good potential.
Again.
Forcing the breakaway. Once again, this is looking such a different game than the first two, with Berserker just looking so strong. Syzoth having to get out of this corner, going for the resend, and then going for the back two.
Beautiful sequence there, got caught on the shimmy. A little risky to look for a throw tech when you have such a big life lead, but working out thus far. Clean jump in, 1-1, next hit kills for either of our competitors. Whether or not the Fatal Blow is going to be used, we'll find out.
Both have the option to actually go into a one-hit confirm, essentially.
Yep. Look at the level of respect right now. Syzoth reclaims the life lead. Here's the poke, trying to get in. Nice punish. No, checks him again. Yes!
Wow.
Every single time. Syzoth, hand in the cookie jar.
Do you ever think about like the reverse conditioning? Like, oh, Syzoth's pressing constantly. Berserker knows that, and there you go. Okay, I like it.
Yeah,
Using the
yeah, I mean, that would have been 500 damage. He has to break this one now. Yeah, Syzoth in big trouble here in game 4. Lao working on what has been essentially a perfect round. He's going to get the combo. Oh, he drops it again. That could have been close to curtains. No, it would have been curtains. He would have got Oki in the follow-up with no defensive meter. But wow, blessed by the Elder God. Oh, no, well, she is one. And use her abilities to get extra throw range, because that was ridiculous.
Hat toss to try to catch something.
Or maybe trying to force them to use their Fatal Blow at distance. Not something you want to get risky with as you get closer down to that 300 damage threshold. All right, now Fatal Blow can kill you. Any hat tosses result in a Fatal Blow death, but back to the corner. Syzoth has run out of space, looking for one. He's conditioned. He's not pushing back anymore. So you look for the throw to get stolen in here.
Oh, the tornado into the down 4.
Still his turn. He has 2 bars of defensive meter. Oh! Empty jump fatal, bro! What a god! Okay, we are playing MK11 right now. With his winner's life on the line, my man did empty jump fatal blow. Stop it.
Yo, the crowd even was like,
Stop
"What?"
it. And now, this is how momentum sits in. Syzoth was in full control of this set from start to what seemed to be a swift finish, but all it takes was one steamroll of a round, and it just unlocked. Berserker was like, okay, I see what you're doing. And it really is Syzoth's just desire to always want to take it when it's his turn.
Yep.
And I use that term very loosely.
I mean, to be fair, when you're playing Cetrion, and most people don't understand the matchup, it can feel like that. But we have Berserker, who's adapted extremely well to get into Game 5. So there is that, like, okay, now I can't do that. I kind of have to play a little more respectfully.
All right, there's the hat to knock down that full screen Hellfire. Playing it extremely well, as you put it, so cleanly. Tries to jump out, but meets him this time. And you can see the layers from Syzoth. He's going up to layer 3 and 4 as well to meet Berserker and not choke this away.
Goes for the down 1 check. A nice punish off of the rock wall. And we're just seeing this slow progression. Oh, avoiding the chip with the dive kick.
And there it is again, poking after the stagger. Now, he had the life to do that, right? And it is, in fact, his turn. So, you know, if the forward 1 and he cancels right into the hat, that could be a potential opener. But for whatever reason, Syzoth has set it off properly. The one time he jumped, Syzoth was there. You say you want to take it to layer 4? I'll be at 5 on the roof, bro. I am not giving up this 2-0 lead.
All right, rock wall once again.
Yep.
Nice hit confirms happening here.
Get the knockdown, dive kick the closing cap, taking advantage. No hats right now, so Syzoth can kind of go ham and reclaiming what is rightfully his. But no, Cetrion, baby, he's going to teleport out. Ground, air, here, there, we can do it anywhere. All right, gets the flawless block, trying to save himself from as much chip damage as possible, but he is in trouble. Nice hat. I don't know if he has another 500 damage combo in him.
Goes for the stand 1, and tries to keep it in check. Again, this full screen battle happening here.
Beautiful flawless blocks. He is doing everything he can to stay alive. 1 check. Oh, that's a huge Hellfire. Big opportunity here. Not quite a... Gets the throw.
My gosh.
All right, now we are on 1-touch territory, Saki. Does it end here, or do we get to a decisive final game, final round? And the natural barrier is going to block his comeback attempt and drop him down into the loser's bracket.
Wow. That last part was really shaky. I'm glad Syzoth did the rock wall, but you could almost see that Berserker was trying to get into Syzoth's head. Ooh, that one was good.
All right, so he's not going to lose the air parts. Going to put him up immediately. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ominous, who lost him on day 1. Great job, buddy.
He already lost them?
He left them behind somewhere, but luckily, you know, able to recover them. But it's like, bro, you just got here. What are you doing? Anyway, sick match, and I am loving what's happening. You see that man behind? Mama, there goes that man. That is forever